Right, so 2020 has been a bit of a mad year. However, Pioneer are saving us, and the secret, well, the big secret is not a big secret anymore, and is the new release of the CDJ-3000. They've arguably released one of the finest multiplayers to ever grace the planet. I mean, if you're passionate like we are about DJing, then this thing is love at first sight. Now, since 1994, when the release of the CDJ-500, I think Pioneer have been on a mission to create the best multiplayer for DJs to manipulate music to do anything. Now, without sounding like Jeremy Clarkson, I think they may have done it. So, CDJ-3000, very unrecognisable from the first unit that Pioneer released back in 1994. But the drive behind these units has always been the ambition and purpose. Now, right from, I don't know if you remember the CDJ-1000 Mark III, but even then, when I have it, it was an intuitive, creative, and it essentially pushed me to maximise the creativity in my sets. Now, for me, this is easily the most advanced player that Pioneer have ever released. I've got no doubt in my mind about that. These decks allow the DJ to turn a creative vision into reality, and anybody that uses these decks, I believe, will take their performance to a next level also. So here it is, the brand new CDJ-3000. Now, one of the newest features in this unit is the all-new advanced MPU. Now, that stands for Micro Processing Unit. And all this does is brings an enhanced performance and rock stability to your setup. So basically, you can have faith in your decks that they're never going to let you down, and they're going to give you all sorts of creative options. Now, with the new MPU, they've not only revolutionised the way the CDJ is driven, but also made it work in a smoother, more stable way than any of its predecessors. The MPU's processing power has enabled Pioneer to bring exciting new functions that weren't possible before, and gives them scope to introduce more features via future updates. So what this basically means is that you're going to buy a player that will evolve. So the more features that Pioneer add, the more features you'll get. And you won't have to pay any extra money. These are all part of the purchase. Another great feature, I'm sure you'll agree, is the Pro DJ link with the Gigabit Ethernet. Now, thanks to this Ethernet connection for Pro DJ link, you can now share, play audio files from USB devices and SD cards on up to 6 CDJ-3000 units. Yes, that's right, 6 units. And when you combine that, and you can also use that with a 6-channel mixer such as the DJM V10. Now, one of my favourite features on this, which I'll briefly touch on now and we'll do a little bit more later, is the screen visibility. Now, the maximum screen brightness has been improved by more than 150% compared to that of the CDJ-2000 Nexus 2. So what that means for you guys is you can crank it up depending on the environment you're playing in and improve the visibility. One thing I have noticed from looking at the hardware of the CDJ-3000 is the high quality aluminium top plate. Now, they've also redesigned the play queue and hot queue buttons. They've also been redesigned with the harder wearing components, meaning all 3 areas are far superior than the CDJ-2000 Nexus 2. Rigorous testing shows that the unit could achieve over 1 million button pushes before damage. And to put that into context, the CDJ-2000 Nexus 2 could only manage 700,000 only. So I'm sure you will agree this is great news for DJs everywhere, and especially club owners. So if we focus on the top half of the CDJ-3000, first of all, we will look at the buttons here. The first button we have is the source button. Now in here, I have 2 different USBs, and obviously we could change the device name, and you can also change the colors on them to make them a little bit more customizable. So we'll put that one on DJ Shop Blue, for example. You can also, by a touch of a button, load your settings that you saved on Rekordbox also. On the next button, we have the browse screen. Now within this browse screen is so much detail. So on the left-hand side, we have the preview. So that means we can preview those tracks in real time, so we can obviously improve our workflow. On this side of it, if the font is too small for you, you have the option to make it a little bit bigger as well to make things easier. And of course, the info of the track, just giving you all the relevant information that you need. Also, if we want to, we can just hit the top of the BPM, and then everything will go into BPM order, making things a little bit easier, and likewise with the key. So the next button that we have along the top here is the tag list button. You will notice they had this on the CDJ-2000 Nexus 2, and again, this is a fantastic tool to use if you just want to tag a few tracks that you want to use throughout the night, and they'll straight be here in the tag list section. The next button that we have is the dedicated playlist button. So within here we have all of our playlists, and it's just another way to find tracks a lot quicker, improving all your workflow. Staying on the workflow, we have the search button here. All you have to do is just type in the first letter of the track, and then it will bring up all your tracks, again speeding up your workflow. So the final button on the CDJ-3000 across the top is the utility and menu button. Again, you will see this from the CDJ-2000 Nexus 2. And in here we have a few options. So for example, we have the load lock. This will stop you from loading another track while the same track's playing. There's some various other options. They've also options for the display LCD, so we can improve the jog brightness, for example. Let's put that on 1 so you can see, and we'll put that on 5, a lot brighter. So the display indicator, you've got the slip flashing, which I would recommend to keep on, which will obviously help you when a track is just about to finish. We have a Pro DJ link, a system button, and an information button. So potentially one of my favorite features on the CDJ-3000 is the touch cue. As you can see here, the track is playing. So in my headphones, as long as we've got a DJM 900 Nexus 2 or a DJM V10, what we can do is preview the track. So you can actually see how the track is formulating, how the track is peaking, even whilst it's still playing, which I think is an amazing feature to have. Another feature which I'm really pleased about is a stacked waveform. As you can see across the top, this has the track from one of my other CDJs playing, so I don't even have to take my eye off this one screen. So I can literally stay on this one screen, see how my track is starting, see how the other tracks ended, and be able to make it seamless. One of the new features on rekordbox 6 was the 3-band waveform. Now, the CDJ-3000 offers a 3-band waveform support. This is 3 separate colours that indicate the volume of each frequency band for files that have been analysed by rekordbox. So you'll see on here the blues are for all the lows, the orange are for the mids, and the whites are for the highs. What this does is gives the user a true visual representation of how the track sounds before you've listened to it. Another tool just to help you push your boundaries in your DJ sets. Obviously, if you don't want to use the 3-band waveform, then all you have to do is just hit the shortcut button and you can see the RGB or the good old school blue. So another one of the features that has been added to this unit is the key shift button here. So I can literally change the key of this track in real time. You'll also notice as well that if we change the tempo, the actual key changes alongside with it, which I think is a fantastic addition to this unit. Okay, so along with the key shift button, we have the key sync button. So if you keep your eyes on this bit here, I'll hit the key sync and that has changed that note to C. So why it's done that is the CDJ-3000 will automatically adjust the key of the incoming track to match the one that's playing on the master deck. This helps you craft a smooth and harmonic mix. With key shift on the touchscreen, you can manually shift the key of the track up and down. Alongside the key shift button at the top, we have the beat jump button. So all you need to do, you can jump forward and backwards from the current playback position of the track by pressing the dedicated beat jump buttons. You can also set the quantized number of beats to the value of half, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 or 64 beats. Another feature across the top is the beat loop feature. So I'll just activate this button now. You will notice that here we used to have on the CDJ-2000 Nexus 2 we had the 4 and you had the capabilities to have the 8 also, but now we have individual buttons obviously for just going up through your beats. Another thing you will notice from the change from a CDJ-2000 is you used to have 2 banks of 4 hot cues. You now have them from left to right. They are excellently positioned underneath the screen, which again is going to help you with your creative process. Another thing that I was really pleased about was this jog wheel. This is literally the smoothest jog wheel that I've ever been on in the history of mankind. And they've got various indicators here in the middle also just to show you. So if you've got your beat sync on, if you're on the master, if it's in vinyl, and also the playback point indicator. Another really impressive feature, there are so many within this unit, but another impressive one is the enhanced audio design. So basically Pioneer have poured in over 25 years worth of experience to create the ultimate DJ sound. This unit sends so much information to the mixer, I'm actually noticing subtleties in people's production work. It is unbelievable. I think the main reason for this, the CDJ-3000, it unifies an internal audio calculation processing to 96 kilohertz or 32-bit floating in all playable audio formats. I mean, that is pretty impressive. And obviously for all you Serato DJ fans, an up and coming release of Serato DJ Pro will be introduced to the official support of the CDJ-3000. So make sure you stay on our DJ shop page for more information. Okay, that was the CDJ-3000. We hope you've enjoyed this video. For more details and pricing, please go to the website, thedjshop.co.uk, and we'll see you soon.